Welcome to your reading. If you clicked on this, there's definitely something that your spirit guides want you to know. And I do things a little bit differently. My name is Amargo. I originally come from a hoodoo background, and I originally started learning how to read through playing cards, such as these. But I graduated to tarot type stuff. So my style is a little bit different. These are not cards that I made, but they actually are a combination of the two. So you might see things a little bit differently than I do. But first of all, I'm gonna take a step aside and let spirit speak up the way they want to speak up, and sometimes they get a little rowdy, so just bear with me. Okay, hold on. Okay, let's see what they have to say. First of all, I already dished out a bunch of cards. I was trying to just shuffle and get ready, but they all just fell out. So I usually do things with 3 cards. I have 1, 2, 3 at top row, 1, 2, 3 in the middle row, 1, 2, 3 in bottom row. So there's 9 cards and a 9 grid. Okay, 9 space grid. So, and first of all, what got turned over first was the 10 of Wands. But so top row to the left, we got this card. This is the 6 of Swords. This is also this is Moon in Aquarius. No, this is Mercury. Excuse me, Mercury in Aquarius. The next one is Moon. And this is actually talking about communication, but this is also about, when this card fell, I saw, and the first thing that came through my head is escape. Okay? Next to that is this card. This is the 10 of Wands, also 10 of Clubs. This is Saturn in Sagittarius. Mercury, Moon, yeah, Saturn. Saturn in Sagittarius. Saturn in Sagittarius is about clearing up loose ends so that you can move forward. Letting go of the burdens that once bothered you so that you can, and tying up loose ends so that you have the freedom to move forward. That's what Sagittarius is about, exploring. Okay. And then for, oh God, Jupiter and Gemini. Okay. Already from this, I'm getting the energy of someone who is really, really tired of where they are and is finally learning to move forward, but is freaked out that the other shoe is about to drop. Or specifically someone who is at a position where they just plain cannot trust that if they move forward that everything's going to be okay. They have a real hard time with that. Jupiter in Gemini is basically what that means, is waiting for the other shoe to drop. So, but I also want to point out that Jupiter is the planet of abundance, where you find your abundance and where you find your happiness. And if it's in Gemini, it could go either way. It's that energy of that, because Jupiter Gemini is actually one of those things where it kind of goes either, you constantly flipping your mind from one side to the other, and it's, yeah, you're happy, but then, oh God, what's going to happen next? Now what do I do? Some people are thinking from that perspective of, okay, now I have this freedom, but what do I do with it? What do I do with, what if I screw up? I don't know what to do with this energy, like this time that I have, all this freedom I have, and now I have, what if I mess up? I got no back. I'm feeling a lot of that right now. Okay, we're gonna move forward. Underneath the top left, the Moon in Aquarius, Mercury in Aquarius, Mercury, and I keep saying Moon. That's the 7 of Swords. That's also the Chariot card in this deck. Finding balance. That shows up, I swear. But I keep saying Moon in Aquarius instead of Mercury. This is Mercury in Aquarius. This is about communication, about talking your way through things, out of things, about understanding that you have gotten away, understanding how to, for me, as a reader, the number 6 in these cards are, this is also about choices, because it connects to the Lover's card, which is the number 6 in the Major Arcana. So we're looking at making a choice in your mind, okay? Because swords connect to air, air connects to thought and communication. So in your mind, making the decision to make that escape, wanting to get out of the situation. But underneath this card is 7 of Cups. This is Venus in Scorpio. This is about having opportunities and recognizing those opportunities. But this could also mean overwhelm, having too much on your plate. This card. This particular card also means this one of those hell hath no fury kind of situations when this card comes forward. So we're talking about somebody who has great success, or has this is also the Lover's Tiff card. And I just caught on to something. With this card here, over top of it, There's different. Take what resonates and leave what doesn't. I want to point that out. You're not the only one watching this video, so understand something. There are some things that may resonate with you, and may not. So I'm going to go over everything that's going through my head. Somebody is trying to get out of a relationship because of something petty. Someone's trying to drop and leave and move forward and never look back, but they may be worried about what they would do once they get there. They may think this person that's in there, it doesn't necessarily mean a lover. It could just mean someone that has been in your life a long time, someone who's personal to you. It could be a family member, it could be a neighbor, it could be a friend you've had since you were kids, whatever. But there's someone in this situation that is really sick of this person's BS and just wants to leave. I'm seeing that right now. Very much so. Underneath this middle column, in the middle, you have this one, right? Underneath that is, oh, wow, five of, this is Venus in Aquarius, okay? Underneath this, I'm really getting heavy mistrust. I'm getting mistrust from this card. Someone who's not trusting the person that they feel like they are supposed to trust and want to run away. Okay. I want to do a little bit of bibliomancy and see what comes up. And see if something that comes forward. My mouth has been really dry lately. I don't know what the heck's going on with that. But breaking free, tears, Venus in Aquarius. Love. This is the love planet, highly idealistic sign. This is the trauma card, and it's centering your reading. The trauma card. Okay. Oh my. All right. So I'm seeing someone who is looking at something that, when I say petty, I don't always mean someone who's deliberately petty, but something that is not that big a deal. It's not that big a deal, but it triggered something. That's what I'm getting. The trauma card. It's also a card of separation from loved ones and some circumstances that were once comfortable and no longer so. Skipping down, this card is associated with divorce, also with marital breakup, and although a marital breakup is not necessarily the interpretation one would be reading. So we're talking, like I said, we're talking about someone who is not necessarily talking about a lover. It could be anybody in the relationship, maybe a cousin. I got cousin really strong. Maybe somebody out there is dealing with a cousin that they are living with right now, female one. But they're just giving me too much, and maybe they don't understand what you went through before you moved in with them. But we'll get to that. In many ways, the card shows flight to safety, fight, flight, or freeze. That's what went through my head just now. The card to the immediate right, which we haven't flipped over yet, or at least the close proximity of the Five of Spades, would reveal whether the outcome of this flight will be good or bad. And wasn't I just mentioning that there are some people who are dealing with flight right now? They want to just get away because of something petty. This is what we're dealing with right now. And it's right in the middle of the reading. Okay. Work it out. We can work it out. We can work it out. Life is very short and there's no time. That's what went through my head just now. We're fussing and fighting, my friend. This is the Eight of Wands. This is the Eight of Clubs. This is also Mercury in Sagittarius. Mercury is about communication, like I said. And Sagittarius is about exploration. So exploring with this person what's going on within you. This is what's going on to the immediate right of the middle trauma card. That's right in the middle. This is the middle. This is the second row. Right in the middle. Right next to this is this. It's telling you there's so many options. Let me spell it out for you what I got sitting in front of me. This is what we got. In the middle of this row, this middle row, like I said, 9 cards, right? We've got flagging this one in the middle. We've got there's so much opportunity in this relationship. Positive, negative, however you want to look at it. And the other side is the opportunity to work that out. Work through it. Communicate. Practice. Work with what you've got. And this other one is sitting underneath this one. The Jupiter and Gemini card. It could go either way. but with which direction this goes is actually of your choosing. You can choose which direction this will go. This person, from my perspective, what I am gathering, you've been arguing with this person, but they're not as bad as the person you came from. That person you were just with that was verbally, emotionally, mentally, physically, whatever, abusive, hurtful, it left that traumatic scar on you. Then this person that you're dealing with right now that you want to escape from, not as bad. Not as bad as them. There could be a few of you out here that are in fact dealing with some people who just really need to chill their attitude out, and what you would rather be away from that energy like that, and valid. But I'm still getting an energy of, even in that scenario, if you sat and talked with them, you wouldn't have half as much trouble as you would with the last person that you came from, or the people you came from, the family. There could be some people who have hurt you because of who you are, where you came from, what you believe in. There's nothing that's standing out specifically to me right now. I'm not getting anything of that nature that makes me feel like, this is all walks of life that we're talking about, and the reasons why they've been mistreated for whatever reason. Okay. But so far what I'm getting is this is actually workable. Whatever this energy is, whatever petty crap you're dealing with this person, talk it out. I'm not saying you should stick it out no matter how traumatic this is. Work out a best solution for the two of you, even if it does mean separating for whatever reason. You moving out, them moving out, whatever. But talk through it. Don't be petty and just leave in the middle of the night. Do you get what I'm saying? That's where I'm coming from so far. Now in the bottom row, we have Star card. Underneath these two cards, we have the Star card, which is also the 7 of Pentacles. This is excuse me, this is Mercury, Moon, Saturn. This is Saturn in Leo. Okay? Again, Saturn, first of all, is about tying up loose ends. It's about finishing what we started. It's about finding form and structure. But Leo is about being the center of attention, essentially. This is about confidence. This is confidence energy. You'll be more confident in this situation that you're in, the situationship, I heard in my head, if you just talk it out. You'll feel a lot more confident and comfortable with this person if you talk it through. Talk to them. Pick up the phone. I heard pick up the phone. Is someone not answering their phone when they call them? I heard this is a brand new level of petty. Someone left that on your phone, like as a message, or texted you that. You need to pick up the damn phone. Talk to them, okay? Middle row, right down this way. We've got 6 of diamonds. This is the moon in Taurus. Did I say Leo? I said Leo. This is moon in Taurus. All right. But this is Saturn in Taurus. Excuse me. Why did I say Leo? Saturn and Leo in this deck is also the Devil card. And I feel like the reason why I brought that up is because you're lying to yourself still about what this situation is because of what happened to you before. Okay? The Devil card is about, being deceived into not believing in your power. Choosing the negative version of this situation. Do you get what I'm saying? Instead of being able to, and giving yourself the room to search through all of that. But this is Saturn in Taurus. This is slow and steady paced energy. This is not something that's going to happen overnight. This is 7 of Pentacles energy, which is about reaping what you've sown. But this is also about understanding that whatever you are investing in order to make your situation better, it's going to take time. I can't believe I said Leo. I know this ain't Leo, but this is Taurus. This is Saturn in Taurus. This is Moon in Taurus. This is right next to this one on the bottom row. And we're going to talk about why it's so important and how I do this to do top, middle, and bottom row. I look at it from different angles. But this is also community. This is, for this in particular, is the community card. It's a card about give and take. This is also, this is Six of Pentacles energy. This is also, like I said, Moon in Taurus. This is about finding inner stability in knowing what you have to give, what you have to offer, and finding stability and understanding what another person has to give to you. And this is right underneath this card and this card. Okay, laying down your burdens. This is Saturn in Sagittarius. Okay, tying up the loose ends of letting go the burdens of what happened to you before. Okay, and this is flagging either side this card. Okay, which is about worrying about the trauma of before it happening to you again. If you lay this mess down and not bring it into the new house that you live in, it could be a lover, it could be anybody, then this would not be an issue. And a better way to take care of this trauma is to understand and finding stability in what you have to offer and knowledge of what you have to offer and what they have to offer you. Okay? I want to make that clear. And then on the far right side, on the bottom row, we have Earth. Okay. This is just simple Earth. Something, if you continue down a positive path when it comes to this relationship with this person or these people, you'll find a real stability. This is obviously the World card. We're coming to the end of a situation here. This is something that you have to first recognize is a new beginning. This is the end of an old cycle and the beginning of a new one. Things are turning around for the better. And you have to understand where that's coming from here. Now, we're going to look at things from two things. So I have 3 rows. 3 rows, 3 columns, 9 cards. From the right down is the left side. The left is what you need to receive. The left down. From the left down, this is the left down. This is the receiving energy of your body is on the right. So what you need to receive. On the right, the right side is your masculine side. This is the side that gives, what you have to give, what you need to work on, okay? And then the middle is a mixture of the two, what you need to understand, spirit, okay, in the mind. And I'm seeing here, from the receiving side on the left, you have to understand that the desire to leave, the fight or flight thing, a lot of people are doing the flight thing right now. That's not the best way to go. You need to put that energy in check and talk to yourself in the mirror. Sit still and meditate. Do some shadow work and work on understanding. You got 2 7s, 2 8s, 2 6s, 6, 7, 8. Okay, interesting. And we'll talk about that in a second. But the understanding from every angle why you feel the need to fly. Where do you feel unsafe? Pay attention to the options that are there. Yeah, there's some bad things, but there's some good things too. Do they outweigh the bad? And if they do, you need to work it out. Okay? And then underneath that is the star card. Putting yourself first is also what I hear from this card. Understanding that you putting your mental health first and recognizing where you could be better to yourself. Where you can be better to yourself instead of saying, well, it's not good enough here. I promise you, if you don't be more attentive to yourself, it's not going to be good enough anywhere. I cannot stress this enough. You will take your misery with you wherever you go. You need to sit still with your emotions, with your fight or flight or freeze, whatever you're dealing with, and mull through it. Talk it out with people you trust, with a psychiatrist, do shadow work, speak up to whatever. Shut up, bird. Speaking up to any spirit guides that you would like to speak to. Maybe that's for me. Ravens are a good omen for me, so maybe they're trying to chime in and say that's right. I don't know, but just getting that understanding that there are people surrounding you all the time who are more than willing. Why am I so distracted by that? They are more than willing to support you where you need support. Okay? Don't ignore that. Your ancestors are always there. You're the ones that are here for your greatest and highest good. Okay? Your angels, your ancestors, other deities, spirit guides, if you ask them to come forward and support you and show you where you need encouragement or improvement, you will find it. But you have to put that aspect of yourself, your higher self, first, so that you have a wider perspective of what's going on around you instead of just seeing things through a singular lens. Okay? And that's in the southwest position. So north is earth, south is fire, east is air, west is water. In the earth position is what you physically do. South position is your desire for change and what must be destroyed. East is what you're with thought, communication, and sometimes commerce. And west is with your emotions, with your intuition, and with the witchy, magical parts of yourself. More the west. All of it is magic, but each one of and then the middle is your spirit, what your spirit is going through. So in the north we have this. This is what you are. This is what needs to be done. You need to let go. You need to work on tying up loose ends up from the weight or burden of what you have gone through in the previous house, because that's not you anymore. It's not you. Okay? In the west, with thought, communication, commerce, we have this. This is the Eight of Wands. This is about practice. This is about, what is that? It is Sagittarius. That is Mercury in Sagittarius. About communicating, exploring your thoughts, exploring the way you talk to yourself, exploring the way you talk to others, and what may be, because your words have power. Your words have power, all of it. When you combine thought, emotion, and desire with action, this is how magic happens, okay? You see that, earth, air, fire, water. So when you explore the way you talk to yourself, the way you think of yourself and others, the way what you allow to come in and out of your life up here, it changes everything, okay? Practice the way you could, speaking to yourself better that way, thinking of others in a better way because the people who were, they're not the people you're with now, okay? And continuing that practice so that you become stronger, okay? In the south, which is about desire for change, okay? Aspirations. Again, this is the six of, this is moon in Taurus. This is six of diamonds, six of pentacles. It's a give or take situation. You could be the receiver, you could be the giver. The best way in your life is to find the right balance and understand this is also, what did I say? This is moon in Sagittarius. Moon has to do with what your reflection of what you have received, what you have experienced, okay? And Sagittarius has to do with Sagittarius. Moon in Taurus, excuse me. Taurus is finding your abundance, finding your grounding, okay? It's a very grounding energy. It's a fixed earth sign, okay? It's like Mother Earth. And understanding your stability comes from paying attention intuitively to what you have to offer, as well as what other people have to offer you, and allowing that communal connection with other people is how you combat the trauma that once was, okay? And making sure that you're communicating, again, practicing communication. This was in the east, this is in the south, okay? What you have to offer, and asking them what they have to offer you in return, okay? How can you make agreements on who does what chores or who pays what bills? These are things that you could talk to about them. And in the west, which is about intuition, emotion, and magic in general, we have this. This is Venus in Scorpio. This is the hell hath no fury like a woman scorned. This is also the Lover's Tiff card. This is also massive opportunities. And it could also mean that you have too much on your plate. Okay, you're overwhelmed. So there's options that are presented to you. You can take this any way you want, but your emotions are all over the damn place. I know you see that. It's in the West. It's connected with thought, emotion, music as well. Your music tends to depict your emotion. If you tend to be more drawn to like screamo music, deep down, you are very angry. If you're listening to nothing but like Rob Zombie and like Evanescence, like, we need to talk. I've been there, okay? or you are more into the happier type of stuff, or just pay attention to the type of music. I just feel the need to talk about what type of music you're listening to could actually encourage you to see your emotions, because I feel like you're jumbled up with way too many emotions, and that could actually, you may not recognize your mood. Okay, so maybe use what music you're in the mood for all the time to actually kind of pan out what you're really feeling. Okay, some people will resonate with that, others will not. I just felt the need to say that. With this particular card, all the options that are presented to you, some of them, they could be good, they could be bad, they could be to your perspective, but separate them, make a priority out of them, prioritize some over others, and learn that in the context of this, paying attention to the fact that not every option that's in the ether waiting to present itself to you, the different avenues in which this relationship can go down, not all of them are bad. This fight or flight situation here, which is in the northwest side of it, your emotions are leading you to do something that is irrational right now. This is too quick. I'm not saying stick it out even if it sucks. I mean, work out why it sucks. Okay? And then we got this in the west, which is about dealing with your emotions. And they're all over the place. Okay? So the in-betweens, there's northwest, southwest, northeast, southeast. Okay? Northwest was in the top right corner. And I already mentioned that. Southwest is in the bottom right corner. We got this. So it's in the west, the southwest. So we've got a fiery desire to put yourself first. That thing that you need to change consists heavily of putting yourself first in here, in the ether, with communicating with your higher power, whatever that is for you, and communicating with yourself to put yourself first. Don't expect others to put you first. You set the standard by doing what you desire for yourself to yourself. Okay? You can only bring to you the energy that matches you. No amount of barking to other people about I deserve better is going to do anything to initiate them to do anything for you. You have to first do that for yourself. Okay? That's in the southwest. This is what you need to focus on emotionally in order to encourage the change that will get you in a position where you know yourself well enough to know what you can offer. And then if you're not going to be met with that, then maybe it's a time to move forward. Okay? In the southeast, this is between air and fire. Okay? So change in the mind is about finding stability. Knowing that all of that before is over, and practicing a personal knowledge of knowing and recognizing that what you went through before is over. Okay? Previous jobs, previous partners, getting away from horrible toxic relatives, all that stuff is gone. You're in a position and you know it. You're in a position where locationally, mentally, emotionally, whatever it is, you are away from that. But you have to first recognize that and practice recognizing that. Seeing it in the little things around you. This is recognizing this is not something that I was allowed to do in my last house with my last relationship. Okay, this is different. I like this. And appreciating that. Okay? And then the northeast, which is between earth and air. Earth and air. There's this. Jupiter and Gemini. So I want to be perfectly plain about something. You may have to drop that burden several times before you finally get it. And it's going to happen. Okay, you have that knee-jerk reaction. It's like when you walk into a room and flip on a light switch. And then one day, you're so used to doing that automatically. And then one day, the power isn't working. But you still flip on that light switch and you go in that room. It's just going to do that viscerally. But I need you to understand, this is also the 8 of Swords. The original 8 of Swords, there's this woman who's tied up and blindfolded, and she's not drowning. There's a little bit of water by her feet, but there's nothing drowning her. Also the lack of water that's surrounding her actually is similar to, because water's connected to emotion, there's very little emotion allowing her to feel that she's okay. She's just all in her head about working to get out of this problem when she could all these just take 2 steps to the left and get out of the circle of swords that's standing on the ground. There's no guards around her. There in the original picture. There's even like a little castle in the far distance, and she could just pick up and leave and go there. She has the option, but she thinks she's still trapped. She thinks it. The problems are over. They're over. You have to keep reminding yourself that until it works and works out, because it's about practicing the little things in order to have more happen for you. Now I'm gonna get a couple of cards out. I feel drawn to these cards. These are the final words I'm giving you. That Spirit wants to give you. Okay, and 2, and I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. It's 2 cards here. Let's see what Spirit has to say finally. Peaceful, harmonious witch can. The peaceful, harmonious witch can never be welcome. The overcome. I'm sorry. I can't read today. The peaceful, harmonious witch can never be overcome. Peace. Why did I say welcome? My brain today. Peace. Finding peace within yourself. You can never be overcome by people who are trying to dim your light. Okay? Second one. The witch transforms the world instantaneously by shifting her perspective. You see that? The witch the witch transforms her world instantaneously by shifting her perspective. Just shifting your perspective will help you feel that sense of safety. What was. Don't worry about that now. And I'm going to tell you right now, and I'm talking about this from experience, if you continue to send that energy into the ether and saying, I'm not safe, I'm not safe, I'm not safe, then you are programming your reality to prove you right, even if you don't want to be right. Because all the universe, all the multiverse knows how to say is yes. I'm not safe. I can't go anywhere. There's nowhere else I can do. Yes, you're right. And let me prove it to you. That's what the ether says. I am so sick and tired of this person being so lazy and cruel to me. That's right. You are right. You are sick and tired of it. And let me prove how sick and tired you are of this. You're going to keep following the same patterns over and over, losing the things that you have gained. You're not finding the power. The only thing that's going through my head, if you've ever seen Romeo and Juliet, but after Romeo had a fight with Tybalt, he goes running to the priest and whining about how, his life is over, and the priest slaps him. He's like, are you freaking serious? You got this going on in your life. You got that going on in your life. You got a beautiful wife. You could have been dead, but Tybalt didn't kill you. You killed him. There you're happy. You can be happy there. You got to look at things from a different perspective. Do you get what I'm saying? I hear a lot of people who just need a change of perspective in order to understand how beautiful their life is now. Even if you're not completely out of the woods, this is how you pull yourself out of the woods. You understand? I know you do. You're so smart. I don't even know you, and I know you're smart. You're going to make it through this, okay? Just understand that it's going to take work, but you can't just fly. You can't just fly. Talk to someone. Find somebody you trust. I hear pink tourmaline. Pink tourmaline. If you have pink tourmaline, keep it around you. It'll keep the bullshit away from you. A lot of therapists keep it with them in order to bat people's bull crap away from them, and it keeps you grounded. Okay. You could also keep black tourmaline around you, clear quartz, selenite. All of those will actually help keep you balanced within. You want to keep it really simple. Some rose quartz to encourage self-love. There's also things like opalite, or there's one more thing I was trying to think. Oh, lepidolite. Lepidolite is one of the best crystals for anxiety. Keeping that with you will help keep you calm. It'll help you sleep better at night. There are a lot of videos also on YouTube you could listen to in the background that help lower your cortisol levels and calm the vagus nerve. It's going to take some internal reprogramming, that's all. Drink more chamomile tea. Allow yourself to be comfortable. There's also mugwort and blue lotus. You can smoke those. They're smokable. I mean, I'm not trying to control. You can smoke them. You can drink them. They're smokable herbs. You can drink them. And there's one other thing I was going to say, but Those are actually very good for opening the top of the crown chakra. It's also good for balancing the, if your pineal gland is calcified, it'll help um decrust it, for lack of a better word. But take those times to do research and find out more ways that you can calm your body down. Do any type of like methods you could do in order to get yourself to take a second. Your anxiety is all over the place. I know, I've been there. Okay, so give yourself time to actually work out that you're safe. You're in a safe space, and you have more power than you even realize. Learning to hone in on that power will help you understand that you have the freedom to leave if you need to. So you're not bogged down. Nothing's holding you back or holding you down. It's just a matter of recognizing that you're okay. Okay? I love you. Thank you for being here. If you got anything from this message, feel free to like, share, subscribe, talk in the comments, and find your people. And I'm gonna be doing my best to find some way to communicate on Patreon as well. But I send all blessings out to you. Take it one day at a time. You're gonna be okay. You're gonna be better than okay. As soon as you shift your perspective on just little things first, and it'll help open your perspective to understanding that you're not where you were before, and you're so much stronger for it. Okay? Love you. Be safe out there. All right. Blessed be.